You fucking asshole. It behaved itself for like 50 minutes of me flicking the eShop up and down and running trailers and shit. Well, so just talking out of my asshole. God willing, it can survive this. It was a whole thing where, like, after I was like testing my internet after I got everything back up and running. And my upload had suddenly spiked to 19 megabits per second, which is the highest it has ever fucking been. It's usually 12. Even like on the old ISP it was 12, and I was kind of like, okay, 20 is the best the UK can do, and 12 is like just the average I can get here without wiring the fucking thing. It spiked to 19 out of a possible 20. I don't even know how it did that, but it fucking did. And I suspect that's part of why the stream last night was so well behaved. I just ended up sitting through this, even though I told myself you might as well skip it because you did upload the other VOD. I'm going to redo day one though, of the prologue, because we missed a bit at the end, and you can't just skip to the middle of it, so fuck. Hello, my son. Hammer did advise before I started the last stream, like, considering looking up the ending conditions, because apparently there's multiple endings. How are you having encoding overload problems on this? And it stopped. Alright, whatever. Fucking. Also, he did say last stream, I did say, I don't know if I acknowledged it aloud, don't touch the Ana one until after the game. Which, fair. Hello, Dana. I might have to mute this. It should be fine. Well, unless I'm called. Hang on. Oh, okay, we're good. Sort of. I'm still a bit dying. I've tangibly felt the cold die away across, like, yesterday and today, which is good. Like, even this is... Oh, for fuck's sake. Generally better than it was yesterday, where I was coughing fairly frequently, especially when talking. But now it's just, you know, when I cough, it's a lot more spaced out, and it's just for, like, you know, just something catches in the throat rather than irritation of the throat, general irritation of the throat. Yeah. So we don't have that one. No, I didn't want to actually, I forgot to just hover on it. I feel like I could honestly go a lot of times using this as it, but Again, this is like the sort of game where if I was still dedicated to doing pre-recorded YouTube stuff, I would actually play it ahead of time, and this would be one I play ahead of time, and then set songs and try and time them for, you know, specific events or characters or shit. I mean, you could access the jukebox, and maybe you can just kick them in as you need. I don't need to fill all the slots, but, you know, it doesn't hurt. Remember this being a banger. Yeah. You know, I'm marked with surprise by how many of these tunes were in the Girls Frontline event. Some of them are obvious, like this one. Like, this is very obviously like a thing you'd put into like a battle thing. But stuff like I'm pretty sure Every Day is Night in there. All Systems Go was, I'm pretty sure. Those Who Dwell in Shadows was. No, it wasn't this one. It was Nighttime Maneuvers. Hello. You closing me today, aren't you? What's up? Sorry about this, but my son, because recently he's been getting left alone in the house a lot by himself. Because I'm in work all day. My mom keeps going out to go like shopping and get shit done. So he's been getting a wee bit cold lately. And last night I brought him into the room and he just got scratched and went to bed. Well, I said went to bed, he curled up on the floor and had a good wee sleep. Thought I had to put him out for the night. Ooh, what is this? You remember what this is? It's a laser pen, by the way. Not a very strong one, of course. In fact, it kind of, even when you hold down the button, it barely flashes sometimes. But it's enough to make a dot for him to chase. Mm-hmm. Oh, you were waiting for that. That against that door. I'm making him jump up on top of the mini fridge. And then I'm fucking about with a cat instead of streaming, but these obligations, they stack up. I say obligations, the kitty cat needs to play with. And recently, he hasn't, again, you've noticed I complained about it. He just sits outside the room and meows instead of coming in. So now, I've got him in. No way. Do I actually have to fill it out? I guess I have to fill it out. Hang on. Everything at once, I swear to God. He's upset now, he doesn't know where it's went except to turn it off there. You know it comes from this. He knows it comes from the laser pen. He jumped out there and did he grumble? Grizzly Temple. The irony of playing with a cat was serving a dog. He knows it comes in a laser pen. He does. We really should have a cat cam for shit like this. They did it, the absolute mad lads. Mamley is fucking hyped. They announced Knights of Honor too. God bless. Hang on, kitty cat, I need to serve a dog some zesty booze. Blended, let's just fucking go ape shit. I like how Girls Frontline basically actually worked as a tutorial for this game of all things. Bonk. So how did you enjoy the Gamescom opening and the news thereafter, Emily? Because I noticed it was quite heavy on... Well, I said quite heavy. Thick enough with strategy stuff in particular. It's Bobby, you dipshit. Come on. Ooh. Where'd it go? You wouldn't jump up to get it because he can't. Well, I'd say he could, but he just doesn't trust himself. He knows it comes from the laser pen. Yes, okay. There. Look, there it is. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What's the matter? You won't jump at it when it's on the side of the boxes. Oh, it's windy out there. Pardon me for not, like, being more enthused with the game. Because we are redoing a bit here. I'm trying to keep my son entertained. Bronson and just start from the start. I forget what one I gave him last time, but it had like 6 in it if I remember right. Whoops. Three, 5, 6. 6. Fire Delta 1, flank grade 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, beep beep. Go fucking ape shit. Bang. Oh. Didn't watch it, but I'm very happy with the news I read after the event about Knights of Honor 2. I think Microsoft also announced when they will show the first gameplay for Age of Empires 4, which is nice. There was like DLC for the most recent Anno. There was what was it? Iron Harvest or Iron Harvest Plus, I believe it was, which is probably just a definitive edition of a currently released game. But that looked pretty sick all the same. What else was there? Sega announced basically their take on Civilization with a very weird trailer that implied it was going to be something a lot more and a lot weirder, but then when you saw the gameplay and how they were doing it, it was just Civilization. But you know, hey, fair play. Ooh. Although it was funny because like they also had like several German developers and German indies in specific on stage at points, and that was really nice because, you know, Gamescom in Germany and Cologne and all that. But it just made like the stuff like EA's completely flavorless, basically American focused path like stand out a lot more when it's like, you know, this isn't fucking E3, lads. Like, this is more open to the public, and the public around here has a lot more specific tastes. It just contrasted a lot with, you know, the local stuff, I suppose. And the games that clearly had a lot more passion put into them. Like that, what was it? I forget what it was called, but I joked to David that it was called German Sky. There was another one that made us go like, that looks like No Man's Sky, and I forget what that was too. David made the crack on that one with like One Man's Sky, I believe. Fuck that noise. Not worth the effort. That's what I find curious about that. Like, what effort was there? Like, in drinking it? Much of the person of the designated driver could be. That's a lot more bleak of a line than I thought it was. Well, he says designated driver, but he gets them into cabs. He's not really, you know, driving them. Ooh. You heard the click? Where is it? Behind you. You see the red coming from this, but you don't see the red come. Dipshit, it's on the floor. Ooh. You seeing through it now? You getting bored of it now? You're beginning to see the purpose of it? This is blacklight. Forgot about that. The Sega Civ looks interesting, but it's by the Endless Space devs, so I'm not too interested. I'm not too excited, sorry. Misread that. Oh, that's a bit of a downer. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they've learned now. Dog racism. And they're also racist against other breeds of corgis. THQ Nordic even got the original devs for Knights of Honor 2. Oh! I will say, like, for all their gas and goose, like the 8chan thing, I still ultimately respect what THQ Nordic are doing, in a sense, because a lot of what they've been doing is, like, resurrecting stuff or getting, like, old devs back together and shit, and if not that, then at least getting the rights to stuff so they can re-release it. There's a very preservationist approach to a lot of it, and I fully respect it. I'm really looking forward to that Destroy All Humans remake, because it looks one-to-one, like uncannily so. Like, art style for the humans aside, and that's fine, because the humans were... They were animated, but they didn't really have faces, they just kind of had... Well, all the standard ones didn't really have faces, they just kind of had a mouth flap and then a texture. Where only, like, the special characters had, like, actual modeled eyeballs and shit. So having like an actual art style outside of crypto is respectable. Hello, dude. That's right, you've got a bit of news you've been champing to tell, man. He's here. So you thought you could avoid the E3 awards. I was hoping you would forget. My son. jump on the light. He did. Non-alcoholic. I figured out last time that non-alcoholic means like no carmetrine, and from what I understand, that's definitely true. Non-alcoholic. So you basically just fucking search for one has like optional carmetrine. Whoop. Carmetrine, pardon the cat, he's doing what comes natural to his hunter species. My son, he longs for blood. Meow. Yeah, dude, and then just mix. That should be a blue fairy. Sick. Yes. Oh. He's gonna be clicking and frustrated. I'm gonna like leave the laser pen off a bit. A, because I have to like actually focus on VA-11 at some point. And B, because you know, we have a limited space to work with. It's the official PlayStation Magazine subscription, and they do an extra booklet of their E3 awards, and every year it's fucking terrible and stupid, because they only give it to the biggest and suckiest things that Sony publish, and the biggest publishers publish, even though more deserving things come and go, and it makes me mad every time, especially since they like often just fuck with categories to just fucking make sure all the big boys get their dicks sucked. He's gone over there to sit in the corner and see if it comes back. That's where he last saw it. What? I don't have the magical light device anymore. I do. But I don't have it. Cardigans weren't invited because of dog racism. Rip. She'll probably read tomorrow because there's 3 days in this prologue. Yeah, I didn't really reflect on the joke of an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting coming to a bar and asking for non-alcoholic things. Hey, aim for the head. Hello, Nove. Hello, my son. Yeah. You gotta get them right in the laser slit. Just well, not the laser, the sizing rod spot. Have I played the game before? I have not. No. I know some things about it because I played the crossover event in Girls Frontline, which was actually remarkably detailed. Like a lot of songs, it actually rebuilt this whole drink mixing system and all in there. So I have a fair idea of like how shit mixes and what does what. I even like managed to puzzle out things like you know, like how carmetrine is the alcoholic component. How is it? I'm interested. I've played like I only got like 40 minutes of done yesterday before the stream fucked up. But I will say, like, even in that 40 minutes, it won me over. Like, also hello Hammer. In that 40 minutes, it won me over like super easy. Like there's wisecracks everywhere. It's wonderfully like observed from the eye. Get out. The aesthetic is great. We're serving corgis right now. Jill wants to die. Fringe Weaver. Which is just one of these and just a fuck ton of this. You gotta edge it and just mix it. And it's just that quick and that easy. Hello, my son. Cat's just down here, just oh. Where'd the light go? Where'd the wee red dot go? If I at least spot the machine, okay, I'm annoying you now. The hunt got away from him. Oh, dragon fucker. It's a dog wants a beer. All mixed. Food. Yeah, we saw like up to near the end of day 1 before the VOD cut out and died. Oh yeah, I forgot to say it last time. Congrats for finishing university, Hammer. I remember you saying your celebratory tweet. I was like, "Yay, he's free." Time for taxes. I said Dragon Quest Builders 2 was a small improvement over the first half, and that isn't true. It's oh, it's much better. No one plays darts in the cyberpunk future. Requires too much love and attention. I feel like darts and beer is like one of the most terrible combinations you could ever have in a place. But what do I know? You won't see cracks like these in fucking Cyberpunk 2077. It makes me wonder if she just straight up served them alcohol anyway. Because fuck it. Oh, where'd the dot go? Where'd it go? Don't destroy things, come on. Don't be like that. I know it's the Vita TV, but still. That thing's kinda rare, you know. Kinda. Isn't that... I'm not sure anyone's actually selling the fucking thing anymore. Oh, God. Surprise, but non-alcoholic. Yeah, they had a blue fairy last time, so let's pick up from there. Oh, shit. Keep thinking left and right here, we'll just, you know, do it when it's just A. Crevice spike. And then just blend it. It's got missed the first time around, but let's get this Anger Gavin train on the road as well. What game does anyone think the official PlayStation magazine give their E3 Best Melee Weapon Award to? Except God of War, it was out last year, so like, no, they probably would give it to it, wouldn't they? I'm gonna say it's either fucking like... Somebody didn't have all their shit at E3 this year. What would it be? It's not going to be anything fun, but what would it be? If they say the axe from God of War, I'm actually just going to spray shit over the microphone. You won't hear me anymore. He says ancestors, but then he also mentions like a decade ago dogs couldn't work this shit. That's a fucking short turnaround. He wants me to make a comeback. He's staring at me pointedly, he wants me to make a comeback. Alright, I'm gonna say it's Like, it was Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, that actually does fucking no points for anyone. That actually does fucking get me, because the thing was, it's a lightsaber, but it's the most underwhelming lightsaber I've seen in years. The CMA3 were fucking like No More Heroes is back and Travis is just lopping people to fucking pieces without even giving a shit, and then Jedi comes out and it's just like, oh, I made him a bit orange, and then knocked him over. I'm kind of marveling at how many individual bits of furniture actually turned up in the Girls Frontline bit. Like the bottle, the fan, the posters, the chairs, the fucking whatever those are. Satan's helper. I remember this dog. A big moonblast. Let's see. Next up, we've already got a really dumb award that's made up to ensure everything gets a mention, so let's not spend too much time. What game for Best Bone Juice Award? Is that all they could give fucking Medieval? Bone Juice? Oh yeah, this last time made me lose my shit because it stole my fucking stream title joke, and I'm still mad about, not mad, I'm still stunned by that. Moonblast. See, it specifies big with a capital B, and I'm kind of like, can I do that? Actually, not Medieval, actually. It was Oddworld Soulstorm. Oh, fuck me. And I don't know what that means either. Is Bone Juice meant to be like a new... What's Bone... What... I don't remember Bone Juice from, like, Abe's Odyssey. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Well, Hammer knows at least. I didn't actually know that Oddworld Soulstorm was at E3. I thought, like, the Resurrection, like, its appearance for the Epic Game thing over the week there was, like, when it was, like, its first appearance in a while. Oh, Soulstorm's plot is the company's making bone juice out of the dead Meducans, or the dead relatives of its own workers. So that's what the plot of that is, okay. PSVR shooter is next, and is a game I didn't know existed, so... I'm gonna go make this fucking dog drink. It's not like a... There's a slot too, but I can't touch it. I'm annoyed now, because it specifies big, and I don't know if it's just doing that for like effect, or if that actually means something. It doesn't like highlight non-alcoholic either. So we can activate that. Oh well, shit. No, reset that. So that didn't add the ice. 3, 1, 2, 3. X. For the longest time, I read Girls Frontline as Girls Fortnite, and I was like, what the hell is that? Oh, Nova. Nova, sorry. Habits, I'm sorry. I'm going to think that every time now. God damn it, David. Hello. Kitty cat. Oh, we want the laser to come back. I'll start it up again in a sec. Oh. Didn't actually know we could. Yeah. Pardon me. But yeah, like this PSVR shit, I don't know, like shit, no one really gives a shit about PSVR games anymore. Sony didn't have an E3 thing, so fuck we know. Hello. Is it Kingdom Hearts, the VR experience? Yes, I got your foot. Oh. Okay. He doesn't want to be scratched. Shooter, Gavin. You don't know. Best PSVR shooter was Sniper Elite VR, and I'm not even asking this one because it's nonsense. The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance Tactics won Best Fizz Gig. The balls of the Fizz Gig. I presume it's either something from this show. If it's from the movie, I don't remember it. The movie had like a lot of goofy words and shit, and like skexes, which is like the fucking weird bird things. It's funny, that's funny to me, that tickles me a bit, because that one was announced at Nintendo's E3. I'm surprised they would give that, I know it's like not a Nintendo exclusive or anything, but I'm surprised they would give it the time of day. Then again, Sony didn't have an E3, so... they're kinda pressed. A normal damn one next, who thinks they know what won best platform game? Does Medieval count? If not, then... Spyro's already out. They're not gonna give it to Nintendo anything. So... what the fuck is this? This one could make him mad. Oh no. Yeah, go. Moon, good or bad? Who can say? This is the crevice spike get. Thank him for just telling you that outright. 4 optional karma tree and all blended. Fuck it, give him one. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Did they give it the Battletoads? It's not a platformer, but I don't know. What did they give it to them? Anything, he said. Let's pick some with like. Oh, whoop. Oh my god. Meow. Alright. It's back. The music's back. Ooh. No, the winner was Double Fine Psychonauts 2. Great, thanks. My son. Ooh, look. No, you missed it. Fucking cat, turn around. Come on. Whoa. He doesn't tap these boxes. It's interesting. Yeah, Hammer's right though, like, we don't even have gameplay of it. We don't know if it is indeed a good platformer game, like, Psychonauts 1 was good and all, but we literally don't know if they've made this a good one. It didn't even have a demo on the E3 show floor. Fluffy Dream. That's right, I gave him the frothy water last time for the first one. You had to see him lying about it. Gonna skip most of the dumb ones. So best drones went to Ghost Recon Breakpoint and absolutely wasn't invented because they couldn't give the game any other award. I feel like that's very concerning, giving an award for best drones. Especially when the drones in question are used to violently murder people. You know? Like, yay, best drones, you used the fucking... What about Watch Dogs 3? That's probably one, like, open world. Actually, you're right enough. I would argue it actually did have better drones, because it had the spider thing. And the spider drone actually looked pretty sick. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 got best blood, because that's the level we're at now. Like, what's the point of this? It's just a rundown of things at E3 that exist. It always is, but it's just like, why the fuck did you even bother? Especially since, as the official PlayStation magazine, you're not gonna give awards to like fucking Nintendo or Microsoft shit. You are inherently biased to things that are on your platform. And or your platform holder has the rights to post in the magazine, or however the fuck that works. I presume they don't need the rights holder to publish that shit, but... The level sinks further as Outer Worlds is given the practically insulting best Fallout follow-up. That's a kick in the balls. You could, like, it would have been genuinely funny and cheeky if they said best Fallout game. Because, you know, after Fallout 76, that'd have been a fucking punch in the gut. But it's not, because you can't insult Bethesda. Let's find out about Bus Boy here. Cat, I swear to God, but you see it? You see the magical device? You heard the click? Ooh, ooh. You think we got it pinned in here? Oops. That's the parallel. Probably use this up a wee bit because I spent ages playing with my son. Yeah, it's kind of weird to me that in this cyberpunk world where, like, this guy is all robot shit. Or he looks all robot shit. And like, robot people exist. They haven't just given the super intelligent dogs robot thumbs. Best weird world control. I still don't know what the fuck that game is. Like, I keep seeing it being mentioned, and it's like occasionally people are like, "That's fine," but it's just kind of like, I still like it's some sort of shooter, I guess. But it's fuck if I know anyone who's actually talking about it. Best game roster, Marvel's Avengers. Fuck off. That like just like straight up fuck off. Pardon me. Stir fry for dinner, you know how it goes, but like, come on. Especially, it's especially, like, of course it was written well before this, but given the week's events, this is especially just fucking like, oh, fucking bootlickers. Well, even back then, like, you know, at the time of E3 back then, like 2 months ago, that would have been like, ugh, it's like, we're done, like, it's over. Let it die. Best cameo, Cyberpunk 2077 for Keanu Reeves. I guess to be fair, there was a sort of cameo category this year, but it would just be like Keanu Reeves and then the Terminator and then the Terminator and then the Terminator, and that would be it. Best use of music, No Straight Roads. What was No Straight Roads? I don't remember that one. The hyper-intelligent... Well, I say hyper... The intelligent dogs still have owners. Didn't occur to me yesterday. Ain't that unfortunate? Oh, I get that joke now. Are you getting Astral Chain? I am, Novus. I'm getting that day one. I'm even gonna stream it. Because like fucking, you know, like Platinum Games, it looks goddamn sick. You can pet the dog in Astral Chain, exactly right. I saw that and I was like, yes. God bless. Bit of God bless. Here's Dorothy. You're getting it too? Sick. Good to hear. What happened this week on Marvel? I remember hearing something about Spider-Man not being part of the MCU anymore. So like, behind doors, Sony owned the rights to Spider-Man in film. Like they own the film rights to Spider-Man because they bought that ages ago when Marvel was dying. Like around 2000 or so. Like, you know, Marvel like, as a company before Disney ever came near them were dying out. And I remember learning that Boktai was made by Kojima the other day and was flabbergasted. Yeah, he got to do something outside of Metal Gear. Every time he does something outside of Metal Gear, it's like goddamn interesting, but he never gets to... Until now, he's never been able to like flex his wings. Oh, Dorothy. But yeah, basically, like, they had a deal going on to get Spider-Man in the MCU where, like, they share some amount of profits and whatever, and it already benefited Disney a lot because they got to keep merchandising rights and shit, and is that or, like, they split them or something like that. It was, like, it was still beneficial to Disney, but, like, it was enough for Sony to think it was worth it. But the deal apparently changed, and all that's spilled out about it is that Disney seems to have just tried to, like, they demanded full control of merchandising rights, and they've demanded that they get like half of all profits or all money made, while not actually contributing anything beyond lending Kevin Feige to the production. They're not funding it or anything, like they're just like letting him work on the movies while Sony funds everything, and then they take like basically all the money. And Sony rightfully told him to fuck off. Like, just they told him to just like suck our dick, fuck off. And that was, it's like peak Disney's greed and like monopoly shit that they thought they could do that and just it'd be fine. But yeah, and it's fucking great because Disney bootlickers, like insane MCU fanboys and all the rest are like out shrieking about how Sony are so evil and so terrible that they won't give Spider-Man to Disney. They won't let Disney control everything. And it's just extremely fucking funny because they were so very clearly building up to have Spider-Man be the new center, the new face of the MCU. Because, like, you know, Robert Downey Jr.'s out, you know, Iron Man's out, Captain America's out. Like, spoilers for Endgame, any you even give any halfway of a shit, but they're out. So they needed a new front man, and he was being built up as it, and Sony was like, yeah, nah. So now Disney are, at least as of now, haven't got their deal. They've lost their new main character, which is tragic of Spider-Man for all the piss sticking that's been happening in like film with him. He's actually been like a fairly big. He's actually really like a big property for merchandising. Kids love that shit. Everyone loves Spider-Man. So it's just been a big massive blowout, and it's just so fucking funny going online and watching like even like grown men in their 40s like tweeting Sony's accounts like fucking middle finger emojis and shit. Spider-Man is best Marvel hero. I was gonna tell you who mine was, and then I just kind of realized that's a cosmic joke in itself because mine is Deadpool, and In the comics, they keep getting mixed up, and they did a whole thing where, like, they redid old Spider-Man comics with Deadpool just superimposed awkwardly over Spider-Man. Gonna change tact with this because so many of the awards are dumb. So what award do we think they gave Final Fantasy VII Remake? I'm gonna say they're not gonna give it anything like Best RPG or anything that actually matters. They're gonna give it like either Best Remake or like something stupid like, you know, Best Sword or Best Motorcycle or some stupid crap like that. Why is Spider-Man a meme now? He always kind of was, because Spider-Man is just inherently goofy, and you'd get a lot of things like, you know, the Deadpool jokes about how Deadpool is Spider-Man and vice versa. But he especially is right now because of this week, because of the MCU thing, because like he's been pulled out of it. And now there's just constant shitting about, we gotta see you Spider-Man. And shit like that. You just keep seeing, you know, none of the people angry about it mention Spider-Verse being really good, apparently. I haven't watched it. You keep seeing them going like, but Venom shit, even though Venom was A, pretty decent, and B, far better of a depiction than you will ever see out of the MCU for Venom. Shit like that. I think I remember hearing that part of the deal wasn't just that Disney got 50% of the money from Spider-Man movies, but they would get 50% from all Spider-Man movies, even the one they have nothing to do with in the future. So stuff like Into the Spider-Verse, which Disney would never funded, would have given half the money made to Disney. I have no idea why Disney thought that would work. I do not know why the fuck they thought that would work, why Sony wouldn't just walk out. They seem to be banking on the whole, like, oh, people will get mad, really mad at Sony and get, you know, they tweet them a lot of bad things, but like, Sony don't care. All Sony has to do is go like, PS5 exists, and that's it. It's done. Like you've just blown it up because now everyone's who gives a shit about this, who are mad about it, have just seen a new shiny thing and they're just fucking screaming and drooling at the mouths. Pardon me. But like, you know, well, I might have to need PS5. You've seen that. I know Hammer's seen it. The rest of you seen that fucking it's a patent image. It's like the Sony have filed a copyright patent for the design of the PS5 dev kit, and an artist from Codemasters has verified that it's real. Where it looks like, you know, it's got the standard like default console bay thing, and has like a bunch of ports in the front. But it's in this side, this mad fan shell with a big V shape. Fucking spider, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate. Final Fantasy VII Remake won generic best graphics. That's how you know they don't give a shit. They're just like, oh yeah, this is best graphics. I think he needs to know. Lightwood laminates. What are these awards from? They're from a booklet that came with the official PlayStation magazine, because David, for whatever god-awful reason, is still subscribed to it. So every year he blights my existence with this list of corporate dick sucking. And, you know, just appeasement. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Alright. Around 4 weeks ago, my landlady asked me to get an extra key made for my apartment so she could enter it if something happened. I agreed, but told her I'd have to wait till the exam period is over. 2 weeks ago, she asked me again for the key, and I told her again I would get it made after the exam period. 2 days ago, she came to my door, asked if I had it, and when I said no, she got really angry and started to throw a childish fit, saying I want the key now. Crazy thing is that she has no right to have a key for my apartment. I'm basically doing her a favor and got shouted at because she thinks I'm not doing it fast enough, even though I told her exactly how long it would take. Man, your landlady's just a bitch. She doesn't seem to know how like anything works. I remember this sprite from Girls Frontline. Just the dead eyes. They look distinctly more horrifying there. But yeah, no, your landlady's fucking crazy. Also, my question is, how has she not heard them? Like, they're dogs. They're not being silent, surely. Like, surely you just hear them all going slop, slop, slop in their like, fucking glasses. And I'll not like, while the majority reason is not being bothered to cancel it, a not unsizable chunk of the reason is the ability to do this torture. God damn you, David. Come on, I need to... I just didn't want to mute there, and I was like trying to like strangle a cough in my throat. Cats go mew, cows go moo, pigs go oink, dogs go slop, 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 slop. That fucking 4chan post is one of the funniest goddamn things I've seen in a while. It's just an image of a dog drinking with the slop and all cats repeat it. And I should tell you, like, just how broken I've been, like I am as a person, I guess. What does Luigi say? He does like little tiny baby squeaks. Like, he's not even a meow, it's just a little eh. Only even softer and high-pitched because he's a tiny baby. Contra Rocore won Best Cyborg Panda. Ah, great. Ugh. Like, just fucking... We may have hit it, everyone. The most undeserved award. Oh, boy. I'm glad I hovered on that text box for a while, too. What do we all think won Best Reboot? Oh. Oh. Sony giving out participation awards. I think she might be paranoid with something again, some of the one that she thought I was hiding someone in my apartment, because she said she finds it suspicious I haven't given the key by now. And, like, just fucking crazy, that lady. Like, the only reboot thing I can think of, like, that would make me fucking mad was, like, if Battletoads, of all things, got it. Because that's just a fucking travesty. What other, like, fucking stupid reboot was at E3? Oh, don't tell me it's gonna be something like, oh, like, the Sony Spider-Man game. the PS4 one. No, because that wasn't that at E3. That was well done by that point. Reboot. 2 more days of serving dogs, Jill. It's probably Battletoads. I hope it's not. Alright, we're in day 2. Hang on. Okay, we're good. Mate, well, you know, she's left. My sister, being ever extremely prepared, basically, like, stormed into the house, sprinted upstairs, rapped on the door, and was like, I need to print off, like, a cinema ticket, like, right fucking now. And she wasn't rude about it, exactly, but it was very just, like, I need it, like, right now. And the printer being a printer, when I first gave it the job, it just printed the name of the cinema, Odyssey, in the corner, and then just kicked that out, and didn't do anything. And then it just sat there for a good minute, and then it finally said, okay, done, and I had to print it again to make it actually print the fucking thing off. She's standing here having a fucking, like, 50 heart attacks at once. Because, like, she left at 2, it's, like, apparently in exactly 45 minutes, so great, thanks, dear sister of mine. We're not in new territory. Whoops. That's the log button. Sister? Yes, I have a sister. I have 2 sisters. And 2 brothers. He'd be having fun wherever he is. Why did you not know there were darts? Oh, Gavin has family besides Luigi. None treat me like Luigi do though. Which is to say, he's now just wandered off somewhere. God damn it. My son, where are you? Ooh. There he is. Shone the red dot into the darkness and just saw the eye light up. Blocking the waves, you shit. Luigi forgiven the PS4. The PS4 hasn't been on for a bit, so he's forgotten it exists. But when when it comes time for Monster Hunter, he's gonna remember it. He's gonna like, be upset about it all over again. It's not just that. Like, he was in the living room when I was putting the movie into the Blu-ray thing once, and he just like, he saw the disc going and he immediately walked over and did it. And again going, he was like doing a little clicking like why they come back out. What have you done with darts that you need to apologize to someone? Where'd it go? Where'd the laser go? I can't keep doing it because we're like an hour in and it's only on day 2. I think I'll have to move into a new apartment within the next year. My landlady is getting crazier every day and it's starting to get really annoying. I'm also worried that one day she'll do something completely crazy, like sue me for something out of paranoid conspiracy theories. What annoys me the most is that she always comes to me when she has a problem and I always help her, but then she constantly gets angry at me for nonsensical reasons. That sounds like she does have like something going on upstairs. Like, you know. It's peak entitlement, but it's also like, that sounds like fucking... Actually remembers. That's it. You gotta put these 2 in. Yeah, why not? Get a bit of... like, mood going. That one sounds very Snatcher, that one, Metropolis. But yeah, I was actually going to say, like, I was considering proposing earlier, like, maybe you should just move. I was kind of like, well, what if that's not, like, feasible? But you're thinking about doing it within the next year, I would say, like, fucking go for it, because, like, she sounds very unreasonable. That's putting it lightly, frankly. Yeah, why not? This one sounds like a Hotline Miami track. Skyline sounds like the title of a Hotline Miami track. What's that one in Hotline Miami 2? The one that plays in between, like whenever someone gets fucking owned in Hotline Miami 2. Oh shit, hear that? You didn't see it. You didn't see it while muted. Scroll up to see the best reboot worthy winner. This is a game from before microtransaction culture that's being remade almost solely to try and peddle real money gambling to kids. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. That's not a fucking reboot. It's not a reboot. That's just a new one. It's not a reboot. Fucking ass. These words have meanings, but no one actually uses them. Jesus. Hello. Like, fucking... Actually, apparently that one is a reboot from what I hear. Or is it, like, what is it? It's the same characters in the 111 years. Okay, so it is a reboot. Alright, fine. That's in no way a best. It's no way a best reboot because, as you said, it's now just being. Didn't they reveal that there's like some stupid like out of place? You get like little Tamagotchi pet things out of nowhere that you can buy skins for. Well, I don't know if they confirmed you can buy skins for them, but I assume you can. Anyway, Gavin, a miracle. Are we about to get something happy? Come on. Hello, Betty. I went right up. A big beer. Like, he's specifying big. How would you make it big? They've actually given a sort of sensible award to an actual worthy winner. What do you think won best expansion? Oh, tell me it's Iceborne. No, Iceborne won best. It has to, right? It fucking deserves it. In part because I'm not sure what other expansions exactly would fit their remit. It's interesting that it pops up and down like that. It's kind of annoying me, but at the same time, like, I've not hit a tutorial. Oh god. Fuck me. Best expansion should go to one of those inflation fetish hentai manga. Oh, memories. I'll see, bitch. But yeah, there was Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Yay! I'm sorry. This is what you've been missing, though. This is what you've been missing. That and Hard West. I love my son. Squeak. Best guns right up your alley. Doom. Fucking Doom. Better be fucking Doom. I know it's like somewhat. The only term that comes to mind because I've been watching like Northern Lion videos is resinous. But like, I'm actually gonna check that because I'm fucking paranoid and the game has yet to. It is not fucking Doom, but it is Doom Eternal. No, it wouldn't be Persona 5R. We can't give a Japanese game other than Final Fantasy any of that recognition. That would be illegal. Well, that and Monster Hunter because like they let Sony use them for advertising. Everything else is illegal. Let's just check this because I'm paranoid. VA-11 big. Well, big drinks. I guess that does confirm that. Okay, so you multiply it by 2. So, okay. And if it has 10 ingredients by default, it is already big. Alright. Oh. That is my, like, one use of resin. I haven't looked out, like, I've mentioned it already, but I don't think anyone was here. Like, Hammer did suggest looking up the ending conditions, because they all stack together and can be all got in one, but I decided not to. I decided, like, we'll just see what I get by stumbling into it. Alright, so multiply everything by 2. 2, 2, 3, 4, 2. I was just gonna fucking knock her off her feet. 7, 8, all mixed. Didn't even flinch. Watch Dogs 3 got another token ultra wacky funny award in the form of best old age pensioner assaults. See, I know they're referencing like the old age pensioner assaulting people, but the way that's phrased, it feels like they're celebrating like old people getting like assaulted and murdered. Which, you know, which, to be honest, we're gonna see happen, not just because you can play as them, but because like I'm sure there'll be like a privacy invasion or something where you just see an old person getting robbed and the shit beaten out of them. Brings us to the end of possibly the worst series of war awards I've ever read. It was so like inconsequential. Like they didn't have any like big Sony winners to hand things out to and just celebrate and clap on the back because Sony wasn't there. So they basically just made up a load of nonsense shit to like toss casual high fives to like the biggest name stuff. Like, the fuck was the point, lads? Why'd you even bother? I guess besides tradition. You know, like, Sony's beyond it. Like, why'd you even have them if Sony wasn't going to turn up? In a way, that kind of fucks the poor, like, magazine, doesn't it? They made shit up even before giving actual awards. That's the worst part. Yeah, really. You're the vet. Seven Remake got best graphics, but there wasn't the best RPG. That's a good point, actually. Was there even like a best game of show or something? Like, did I just forget that in my blood haze? Like, they did not even give like a best in show award. Why not just give a best RPG? Yeah, fuck, why not? There were quite a few RPGs. It would have kind of been valid. They didn't have a best in show either. Fuck was even the point? This is the most talking I've done all day, and now my throat hates me for it. Maybe that's why I felt better in work, because I just sit in the corner and be going blah, blah, blah. Betty the... Oh, God bless. Why'd you go there, Jill? Go on. Why'd you do it? She looks so fucking fed up. Noted. Well, here we go. They're unnatural. They go against God. We're just having the Deus Ex argument right here. Too easy on paper. I want you to fucking suffer. Release the body parts and call it a day. If you fucking need it, go to hell. Not yet. The sprite working is really good. The talking dogs. Worm Frigger. Dragon Fucker and Worm Frigger. Not today. The drink might know something. A red drink. Yeah, there are pictures of them, right? No, there's not. Well, that's deeply unfortunate. There's gotta be one that's called Red, right? Or not. Beer, green gin. Blue fairy, cobalt. There's one called blue. Only one called red, right? I mean, that might be red, maybe. Speaking of best RPG, where did we stop with the top 100 list? I think we stopped, like, inside the top 10. Because we had definitely meant where we had gotten to that point, I think you had skipped over, like, 12 and 11 or something like that, and doubled back to get them. Sparkle Star, Sugar Rush, Sunshine Cloud. Everything. I think we stopped at place 8, which is Fallout New Vegas. That sounds right, because I remember that. I guess, fuck it, let's just make shit and see what happens. Meow. He's squeaking because he can't find his prey. You red, you're green. Shit. No, where's Mars Blast? Because, like, Mars is red. Mars Blast must be red, right? 2, 3, 4. All blended. My son, he tried to jump on the box and failed. It's yellow. I keep doing that. I need to learn that. Curve spec is green. Hello. Place 7 is Mass Effect. I remember we were discussing Mass Effect recently, but I don't remember if that was because of this or if that was because Mass Effect just came up. Actually, no, I think it was because of this. Yeah, no, because that was during Edge the Mist. Red drink. Fringe Reaver red. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can't be as simple as like. I didn't mix it. I mean, maybe. Forgot a thing there. Yeah, I met the vet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. I mean, I should know there's 10 slots and all that, but it's just easier when I count it out. That's pink. You couldn't show me a picture, you cunt. Bleeding Gin. That's gotta be red, right? All blended. That looks red enough to me. That red dot went. He's going to interrogate the drink. I think we talked about Mass Effect, but Mass Effect 3 came up on the list. David said he liked every game in the series a little less. Yeah, okay, and that was probably it then, yeah. Like, Mass Effect 1 is the one I've actually played, and I enjoyed it well enough. And that's pretty much all I have to say, but I had interesting ideas. I'm pretty sure I'm just repeating myself in the Mass Effect 3 discussion. So I like Mass Effect 2 a bit more than 1. I played Mass Effect 2 a bit. Not in full, I played it a bit. And I remember not liking it because I was like, well, you got rid of the stuff I liked. And I don't mean the makeup. I mean, like, the fucking... I've already mentioned, like, the heat sink gun ideas and shit. Bangkok Bastard. And he's racist against Pomeranians. Yeah, must be. I mean, you know, if you're gonna be weirdly racist. Oh wow, he's just fucking going there. Give me a bad touch. Cough, alright. The dog wants to be touched badly. Two, 4 karma tree. Over on the rocks and mix. I said I liked Mass Effect 2 a bit more than 1. I just saw this. Does anyone know about the lockpicking lawyer on YouTube and has seen the thing from today? No? I have not. But do go on, David. Hello. Racist dogs, what are the odds? I like you, VA-11. There's a question and a half. We're fucking going. Like, this is where she's going in life. Now she's realized she's serving dogs. I need burrs. Zen Star. Shining Star. 4 of all ingredients. On the rocks and mixed. Alright. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And fuck me, fully loaded. And if you can fit the icing, go for it. Look at that thing. Basically, he tests locks and how easy they are to break open. And he tested some bike lock a while ago and found it was super easy to open, and it didn't even look like you were trying to break it. You just put something in the keyhole and turned it hard enough and it opened. Jesus. And I'm guessing that started shit now. People have seen the video and there's probably been recreations or something. The company who made it got in touch and asked could they send him another one to test because the one he got must have been from a defective batch. It's unfortunate that you have such defective batches to begin with, but fair play. That's what bartenders do. The questions that come to you at the bottom of your cups. Furry. You've been places. She's so tired. Oh dear. He said yes and decided to buy another one as well to test, and when he told him that they sent him a second one, so 4 in total. He told him that they sent him a second one, so 4 in total. He tested all 3 of the new ones in one 3-minute video, and I would say only about 5% of that video was him opening the locks. Jesus. Fucking hell, lads. That's one company whose reputation has been fucking ruined. I'm gonna have to look this up after the stream. I want to see this man make things. Julianne Stingray. Hello. How fortuitous. Welcome to the stream, Julianne. I'm playing your game. Oh, Jesus. You alright? The cat dropped off a box and onto another one. He's wittering, I don't know. He's fine. Just call me Jill. I'm sorry, I forgot. I'll link you, it's pretty good. He's also made nearly 1,000 videos testing locks. Jesus. Hello. Yeah, thanks, Dana. Dana. I don't really think it's a screw up on the client's end because you did it last second. Let's say it was more. The cardigans who aren't allowed here. Stupid argument arose. Racist, suburban little kids. I honestly don't care too much about the combat in any Mass Effect game. I just thought the 2 was a bit better when it came to world building. It also expanded well on some of the characters and not so well in some of the others. I mean, that's valid. I cared more about the combat, but that's just because I'm like that about these things. To be fair, I didn't finish 2, so I can't really speak to like how it did for writing or anything in that regard. Just that whatever I was saying wasn't enough to like compel me to go forward. My son, why are you doing this? He wants to. Right, where's the laser pen? Where is it? Fine, you won. Where is it? Dogs play with cats. Dogs mimicking their owner. Jill? What have you seen? Pardon me. Pembroke's makes them sound like some sort of like rich Tory family thing. Yeah, I should cover that water. Hang on a sec, I need to cough again. Oh, nasty. Tortilla Pope. Tortilla Pope. Wait, I'm sorry, whatever. However that goes. God damn it. Why is this the thing you picked up, dog? Big sunshine cloud. Click that over. Alright, now wait now. Sunshine cloud. You know how to big? Yeah, I looked it up earlier, like during the stream. Which I know is like looking things up, but I haven't been told yet. So here we go. 4, and the color routine is optional, so let's go with 2. On the rocks, blended. Yeah. Woof. Courage. I'm kind of a bit sad you didn't paint them like pink. Cabbages. Place 6 is Mass Effect 2. Oh well. I feel like that's a bit of a we're running out of space thing. Well, maybe. 2 above 1 is probably fair. Ooh. Come on. Come on. Where was 3 again? I thought he was like way on down a little. Well, I say way on, like was down the list a good bit, wasn't it? Yep, you knocked over water. I mean, I can serve you cabbage poison, I don't know. Big Grizzly Temple. 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3. Mass Effect 3 is placed 32. Okay. It's a, well, not a surprising gap, but noteworthy gap. I just filled the whole thing. All blended. Go to time. I guess that was Cartridge. Yeah. Smooth as ice, Jill. Smooth as ice. Oh, you're getting salty here, the pair of yous. My words. Big sweet drink. Alright. Sweet. We got fucking Mad Sugar Rush. Let's go. Just mixed. Go time. Oh, this ought to be a laugh. We're gonna start with a robot prostitute. With a guy that spent 30 minutes arguing himself. I know that guy. I've seen him around. Yeah, I've seen that guy around. The streets of Belfast are not a happy place. Valid. Right. Ah, okay. They ended up needing surgery in the end, huh? He knows to smack the box to make the laser appear. I don't care, I will reinforce his behavior. Jesus. Jesus. That's entirely valid reasons. Avoid effort. No. Oddly specific. Well, hey, they caught him at least. Whether they did anything or not is another question. I mean, Glitch City ain't all that big for all the size of it, I guess. Ooh. This one's just accident. He wants a bad touch again. And she laughs every time. Just a regular. Oh shit, I forgot something. Whoops. Four and on the rocks mixed. Bingo. Just dog 5. He's just upfront about it. Alright, sick. Brantini. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Aged mixed. How about it, you smug asshole? He was indeed a smug asshole. What do you know? The dogs also gave you drinks? I've seen, like, this question was asked a lot in, like, the Girls Frontline event, too. And I'm beginning to think it's a rather pivotal one. Why does everyone keep saying it? It's probably because you keep looking fucking miserable, Jill. Not that I entirely believe it. No, I'm not gonna do it. You can keep hitting the box. It's not making the laser appear. It'll appear again when I deem it willing. Deem it, like, necessary, kitty cat. I don't want to train you into this behavior. Who will? Oh, that's one reason to motivate yourself. All right. Everyone sucks but me. Oh, fair. I don't know. You also ask, is it worth it? Just check in the corner. I saw the fucking box in the corner of OBS change color there. Hang on a sec, just making sure. I'll switch. Fucking guitar the color, so I have time to rock my head back and forth and ruin the audio. Well, that's what a bartender is, really, isn't it? It's the ultra cheap counselor. Spin my cat in circles to control him. Sick. This is the perfect loophole. Is make your bar somewhere the health inspector's car to go to. Why is she still ultra tense? Hassie Zero. Hassie, I remember that. Has she been, like, flitting about the bar playing with the corgis, or you just been sitting in her office watching them? Oh no. Mass Effect 3 is definitely worse than 2. There just isn't much to discover or do besides the things relevant for the main story, but it has some really cool moments. So I'd still say it's a pretty good game, just a bit worse than the 2 that came before. Fair. Valid. Why can't we get cats in the bar, boss? The cast is like not like drinking. Is that it? Go to hell, Gil. I think we'll just keep the same music setup because fuck it, why not? Ah, she's back. This looks posed to fit second person. Hey. Deal. Fair enough. Hello. The laser's back. My son. Look. The floor. At the floor. Look, there it is. The laser's back. Ooh. That's a bad joke. You both feel bad. A beer and a friend weaver. This is where we use slot. There we go. Alright, well. I'm guessing slot 1 is left of the screen, so she wants a beer. Oh, my nose. Just mixed. Beer, that's you. Over here, he wants a friend weaver. Oh, he's slamming it hard, isn't he? Aged mixed. Friend weaver. Beer and friend weaver. Place 5 is World of Warcraft. I can't say anything about the game since I never played it, but it does bother me to have an MMO in the top 5 based on my experience with MMOs. I think like in general we went over like how MMOs feel like they don't really belong in an RPG list. We're talking like RPG quality because they feel like a different beast at best, and at worst a lot of them are just kind of not good as RPGs. But I would agree, like an MMO in the top 5 feels really off, any which way. I have actually played World of Warcraft because they've done multiple things like the play for free until like level 20, level 30 and shit like that. And when I played, I was kind of like, wow, this is every other MMO. You just kind of go around, you kill X or Y number of creatures, hand them in the guy, or go to place and kill boss, and you're done. It's just kind of got grit, which I guess makes sense. It is the biggest and most influential one, so I guess like it, you know, it just kind of informed MMO design for fucking ages. Weird high. Reopened. I mean, like you. She doesn't like that. She's befuddled by that. You think she's running like a dog racket going on here? We don't have a license. Go for it, deal. Not really surprising, honestly, these kind of things, I suppose. The police are coming. The window's already shut, it's just that loud. Because it's the road out back. That reminds me, because I remember thinking about it. Again, one of those things I think about when I ruminate in the toilet. I want to see, like in JoJo, a stand based off the concept of the Doppler effect. Which is that, you know, is the phenomenon where, like, say, like a car blasting a siren driving at you sounds louder as it gets near, and then gets a lot quieter even as it moves away from you, even though it's like even it's still fairly close. And I was thinking about it, I was like, you could probably make a really sick stand based off of that somehow. Wonder how much a Dragon Quest slime plushie costs. It couldn't be that much, like 20. I say that, but you know, like 20-30 quid for a plushie is probably a bit much. But, you know, I buy Nesso berries, so what the fuck do I know about raising prices? But it is, like, importing from Japan and shit. Oh, like, you could probably find someone that, like, they're very simple designs. Someone would probably make one for you, like, comparatively cheaply. But there's, you know, have a gander somewhere, you're bound to find them. I feel like MMOs are not supposed to be good games. They're supposed to be mindless time wasters. I don't even mean that in a bad way, because sometimes people just need that kind of distraction. Yeah, I'd say that, like, I'd agree with that, actually. Like, it's meant to, like, occupy time more than anything. From the developers or publishers' perspective, occupy time to get, like, you know, like, as much money out of people as possible. And, you know, shit like that. Yeah, Square do have an online store. Because I buy games from them. They do sell plushies for slimes there. I didn't know that. I only thought they just, you know, bought games. Bought games? Soul games. I have the Mana collection coming from them. Because I pre-ordered that physically the day that, well, yeah, basically the day that was announced for, like, over here. And I have that coming from them next week, I believe. Or tomorrow, something like that. I forget when that comes out. The release date for that is exactly. It's €20 for a slime plushie. It sounds about right. What size is it though? I'd be careful about that. Dogs. 14 height by 15 width. That's actually like fairly sizable. Goddamn. What is with these dogs and cabbages? This is even a different dog. I'd eat your rump. A big blue fairy. Alright, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get him fucking tanked, why not? Very nice of you. Third bark day. Hey. Woo, woo. Ooh. A gut punch. This one's a flea bag, huh? Alright. Also, as a physicist, I have to inform you that your description of the Doppler effect was not quite correct. Fair enough. Correct me away, then. I am no physicist. It's also regular size, yeah? Yeah. I have a bit of booze, why not? Hang on a second, I need to blow my nose. This was the game's demo? Wait, we have like a racist dog, and now we have, you know, like conversation about like, you know, racism, being racist against racists, and now a dog questioning that he feels guilty about being born the wrong race. He's been hearing so much about how we're racist. These are usually just jokes I make while playing games, and this one's actually going for it. Are you sure? Because if you say not really, you probably are a bit. I mean, she's right. Cat burger. A mini dress and a prosthetic eye. I wonder who that is. Valid. It's an important distinction to make. You know, my guy. Use Kiss, you know? Not about loudness, but about a shift in pitch. When a car of siren drives toward you, it sounds higher, and when it drives away, it sounds deeper. Okay. I see now. Alright. That makes more sense. You wanna chase it. You wanna chase it. So I'm assuming you've run this game before. I have not, no. This is just how these streams go. I am still reading and paying attention to this as we go, by the way. But if you mean like because I'm familiar with the drink menu, I haven't run the game before. I've run the game in Girls Frontline. Oh boy. You're in for a bad surprise. Time for some fun. Oh boy. Kitty cat, tell. I should probably open the door and let him out now. He's been in with me long enough, but... I mean, that falls under prosthetics, right? Oh, she didn't consider that angle. You leave those girls alone. You're on Switch. Were you gonna... Was there something goofy missing, or... Like a PC version thing, or... If you were on PC, I'd give a bunch more tips. Ah, okay. That's interesting. Like, what kind of tips, then? Like, little feature things you can do, or... Alright. I know. Actually, I don't think he wants it. I think he just wants more laser pen. But I can't keep doing that, kitty cat. Squeak. Squeak. He goes now, he squeaks. I'll open the door for you. But you know what? No. You want that? Yeah? A bit longer then. He just wants to do the pen. I should have saved that for after the stream. Ah, keybinds, okay. That would have been nice. I see what you mean now. Let's just do stuff faster. Right. This is paper, right? That's a saying, alright. Alright, fair enough. I guess I can see the meaning of that. Baldur's Gate 2 is PS4. I expected that when it hadn't turned up by this point. You know, like, if I remember right, Baldur's Gate 2 is generally regarded as a lot better than Baldur's Gate 1. No, it's not the red one. It's just the torch. Oh, shit. Yeah, these important lessons that people should learn, honestly. Get an enhancement. Drink. Oh well. I haven't played it yet, but that's also what I've heard. Ow. Poop eater. Is it that you eat poop? Are these dogs smart enough to speak and run a company, but not smart enough to know what mirrors are? Yes, dogs are a dog. Selective intelligence. That's a phrase. Something sweet. It's all intelligence if you think about it. I suppose so, actually. The animals that learn like something very specific. Yeah, have a sugar rush. And I'll think about it in my darkest moments. The top 3 already mentioned, so we are finally done with the list. We had 2 big gameless things in one stream. Well, you know, when finished one, completed the other. Prove him wrong. Either pile drivers or bleeding jeans. So you say which one's better? 2 of any of those. Well, what do we got? Bleeding Jean is spicy, classic, and sobering. Whereas a pile driver sounds like it's violence. I mean, they're both burning. 3 Bunsen, 3 Thunder Guide for Karmatrine. Oh, they are different. Just making sure. Hello. And yeah, let's go with the booze one. And also because Pile Driver is just the better name. 3. Also, you know, why not? Alright, I forgot they actually had to do it twice. 3, 1, 2, 3. I forgot that's how that worked actually. But it's nice that I can just like hit serve and it moves me to the next one now. That's nice of them. So I didn't fuck myself. Okay. Well, she didn't say that she didn't like corgis. Okay, fair enough. I heard that one too. I did look at the comments and I saw people complain about Witcher 3 being placed number 1. Not because it's a bad game, but supposedly it's not an RPG. They said it's just an action RPG with a strong story focus. They're taking the piss and haven't played it, frankly, because it is as RPG as you get. You play a role, more than most RPGs that like actually let you decide how things go with like dialogue options, it lets you alter the course of a lot of quests, and some quests outcomes will affect other ones entirely and shit like that. And you got like stat tweaking, equipment tweaking, everything for days. You actually have to like prepare for shit. Like it's a fucking, you know, you're going back to tabletop level shit. Sort of. Actually, I know the other Witcher games all do, but you know, like, it is as RPG as you get. Arguing that it's not an RPG is that you might as well strike off everything with like more action oriented gameplay. It's like Mass Effect should be out. Fucking Dragon Age like 2 should be out. The Dragon Ages after Dragon Age Origins should be out in general by that same metric. You would axe out so many RPGs, including several classics, by that metric. Like Dark Souls would be out. I mean, that's valid. That's a lovely image. So people complain about Dragon Age Inquisition not being on the list despite 2 being on. I can't really say anything about that because I haven't played Inquisition. I don't know how Inquisition stacks up, but all I've really heard about, like, what I've mainly heard about Inquisition is like people cracking about like apparently there's just tons of busybody pointless quests. Like it does because it's open world sort of thing. Issues. Cute issues. Well, yeah, but so it gets a bit weirder when you consider it from a gynecologist perspective, doesn't it? What's the difference, really? Betty, how do you know that? Has he told you? You heard the click of those shit. I'm trying to make the cat think the laser dots disappearing inside the cupboard, but he hears the click of it turning off and he looks back at me. The rest of the comments is people posting their own lists. I was like, is there anyone posting 100 length lists or just like top down? Should really be Dio doing it, considering he. Well, okay, fair enough. Damn, Betty. Just fucking kill the guy, why don't you? I suppose a vet does have that. I mean, you know, you have the face of someone who's naggy right now. Race conflict. Jesus. Hang on, I might need to mute. He's not even really chasing the laser anymore, and yet he's squeaking every time it vanishes. He just wants to see it to make sure it's still around. I wouldn't say so if they're working in a legal grey area. I mean, if they're capable of being smart enough to work, I wouldn't say it's unethical to depend on the dog's payslip. There's also that. Not that weak. Guardian. That's interesting. So they have guardians. Damn, Betty. Okay, that's a bit crazy. You thinking about it, Jill? I feel like Dorothy needs one, frankly. Deem you useful. I remember this song. This is one of the bastard levels from the event, I remember right. That's your problem. Interesting. So they have models. I wonder if the model's like specific down to like appearance, or it's just like body type or something. Fair enough. That's a bit cosmic. Working in a department that this like an AI working in a department that just hands out AIs to be raised by people. But when you think about it, I guess that's kind of what the adoption service is, isn't it? Most people only post top 3, some post top 10. One crazy person is posting their top 100. Every comment of that person is 10 places. The last post is 70 to 61, but the thread is already dead. So almost no one will ever even see that list. Alas. I wonder if he'll actually go ahead and post the whole thing. Oh well. Money shredder. He wants anything. I wonder if it's safe to give him something sweet. You know what? Let's do it. Go to hell. I'm gonna destroy your insides. Welcome to hell, buddy. See you now. Thanks for coming out and thanks for watching, mate. Huh. You see the value of other dog races. Do you hear yourself, dude? Wasn't half bad either. Tapestry of muscles. I wonder who this could be. This is also true. Me what? Why do you keep saying dog race? I'm a cat. It's also black. That's cosmic. Alright, works out. Because I have a little stray I rescued as a black cat. Betty? Betty? William I met some time ago. That's going to be an important character, I imagine. I don't know, I debate that. Yeah, you went there, mate? Did you really? You really do. Some of them are smart. This whole foreground, cheeky bastard. It is, but they eat it up like crazy. Oh damn. The 13th. Don't even like guys. Why? This is actually an interesting point to touch on, because I was wondering about this, of all things, when I was musing on, like, I mentioned it in my rambling test stream last night, the Kotaku author who was whinging about 2 of the top 10 selling Steam games of July being quote-unquote anime sex games. Which, I mean, they have anime visuals and they are sex games, but when you say it all like that, it makes you sound like you're like a 60-year-old on, like, the BBC whinging about them kids being corrupted. And I was actually wondering, like, I wonder how valid it is for, like, you know, lesbian women to play, like, you know, like, sex games, but the main character's still a male. Like, is it still easy to, like, self-insert over that, or what? Funny that comes up now. What is your self-image? this ought to be good. Did you have a traumatic experience with a pun? It made me feel stupid. You actually do have a tragic story for this. Oh. I cry for you, Betty. I mean, this is valid. No, I would argue that it is hard work to do. Don't you judge me. That sounded sarcastic as hell. Be careful. Where is the water? There it is. I'm gonna need it. Oh. That's an interesting thought. I sadly can't add anything to that because I'm neither a woman nor a lesbian. Yeah, I was wondering about it. It's kind of like, well, I am neither, so yeah, I can't actually put any of my own input on this shit myself. And I feel like it kind of doesn't work the other way around, because like a guy playing like a lesbian thing, it's like, well, like it's girl and girl, and if you like girl, you can just automatically take like an outside perspective, like I guess, you know, like you don't have to insert, you can just be an observer and get your kicks. So it's kind of like, well, you know, it doesn't exactly work that way. So I'm curious how it works when, like, you know, like lesbian playing a game where like it forces you to be a guy. And I know like the automatic thing would be like, in general, would prefer having a female protagonist or the choice of, but I wonder, like, in the cases where you don't, like, how well you can just insert over that. I suppose it varies from person to person, but it's something I wonder. 2 bloom lights. He wants 2. Alright, sick. 4. 1, 2. Edge on the rocks mixed. Alright. Yeah, the only person you can really make friends with. Ah. Oh, do the dogs not kind of sentient when they can actually like outright talk and all that? And they were like, I know selective intelligence, but I would argue that counts as sentience. Hello, he jumped up on top of the box. Let's do it like this. Reach down. Reach down. Look up. It's there. Oh. Dogs don't count as humanoid though. He did say sentient humanoids. I was focused more on the sentient part. That's touche. No, she does not. She seems rad enough though. You kinda have to be. The dogs actually do call her mom. Can dogs mock people? I would argue yes. I mean, certainly cats can. Like 2 days ago, my mom shouted at the cat because I forget what he's doing. He wasn't doing anything serious. No, that's right. He stood up and put his claws into like the side of the sofa in the kitchen because he was trying to like see what she was doing. And she shouted at him because she didn't want him to claw it. And he went skittering off. And when when I came in, I went upstairs and saw him just curled in a ball, looking like he was sleeping, but blatantly not, because he just eyeing at me while having his head still down, just on top of her housecoat. And he is currently shedding, and he knows it because he sheds all over the place. And I put that down to spite and mockery. She heard that. And also today, she had taken the housecoat, got it washed, and put her other housecoat on a part of the bed the cat usually doesn't sit on because it's not comfortable. Came upstairs, he was on top of that housecoat. So I would argue, yeah, he is spiteful. Cats can be. He's learned that the laser pen is the source of the laser. But he's no longer looking at the dot beneath him, he's staring at the laser in my hand. Ooh, that's a weird color, isn't it? Bloody cat. Damn. Sick. He's a corgi, right? That's not a very big dog. How did he reach the murder? Remember I said last time the Minecraft boss start from the beginning every time it dies? Apparently it does create a checkpoint every 20 minutes, so it doesn't need to start from the beginning every time. Good. I was gonna say it would likely never get there if I had to restart every time. Fuck me. Get out of my head, Jill. Fucking game keeps going inside my brain and sniping me. Surprisingly agile. Ah. Too used to one another. Ah. That would probably hurt, man. Daddy on, daddy. I've had that, but not for anything that serious. It's just kind of like a thing happened, but no, I can't really. It's drifted. I can't really tell people about it. You want some booze? No. I mean... most of. Yeah, Oninaki's out. Came out... Oh. No, it came out today, I think, technically. Yeah, released today. And I missed the physical copy, as said. Like, I had like the demo download, forgot to play it to see if I wanted to spring for the physical copy. Now they're just on waiting lists, so I guess they're just fucking gone. Because I doubt Square Enix is going to reprint that, unless I don't think they sold all of them. I doubt they had an influx at the very end and like suddenly ran out of copies. But it's kind of like, will you sell them again? Like, I'm on your waiting list. Fucking tell me. Maybe they'll just put them back up tomorrow or something, who knows. That's usually how, like, yeah, I was gonna say that's usually how it goes at bars. If there's a local taxi place, they usually get just tied to a nearby bar. Kinda is. Down. I mean, there's a reason why the bartenders keep being such in media, isn't it? There's a tag right there. A bear. Says he wants anything, but he said beer specifically. Great. And I broke it. Go. Bat render. Oh, she's wasted now. Are you gonna start hitting on Joe now? Broad Denter. My good friend the robot here. Damn, buddy. Big beer. I don't know if that's valid, but who way to argue? All we do is hand out booze to anyone who wants it. Beer. So off in the way, apparently. That's a swift change of topic. Get too happy. That sounds like an addiction. I don't think that's true. No, people do that because they're fucking weird. You need to be like someone out to survive. I forget if it's exactly how it goes, but I remember like penicillin was discovered by someone trying to invent a stronger form of dynamite. I forget his name, and he just happened to notice like a sandwich or something was rotting, or, like some bit of food was rotting, and the thing on it was like growing. He's like, "What the fuck?" Like examine its behavior, and then, for fuck's sake. But yeah, that's how that goes. What was the other one? There was another one like that, but I forget what it was. I guess we feel like a lot of like medicines like that would be discovered as effectively accidentally, because that's just the nature of it until people like always until we had like actual ways to, like study bacteria and shit. It was always just by chance. Lilum always sounds too feminine. I agree with that, actually. But, it's because it's derived from an actual female. Well, a name ascribed to a female figure. DT01D. Wonder if that means something. DFC73, I think that's Dorothy's model. Resilience. Well, that's true. He's working at a dog company. Damn. Then you probably can, honestly. Damn. Deal? That's where you went with this? Can Lilum get drunk? Today I read this super interesting thing about a lake in the Himalaya. It's called Rupkund Lake. It's an altitude of 5,029 meters and only has a diameter of 40 meters. It's not next to any huge trade routes, but for some reason there are hundreds of human skeletons in and around the lake. There are a lot of myths about what happened, but they have now for the first time analyzed the skeletons scientifically. Tested 71 different skeletons. I'm gonna guess it has like something like, but I guess before the reason reveal, I'm gonna guess like people found it over the years because they're either climbing the mountains or got lost in the mountain range or whatever, and then just kind of happened to die there because like they found water and it's like, well, this is where we are. And just kind of ran out of food or whatever. I imagine quite a few probably deliberately killed themselves there, probably for religious things or something. No. You have much to learn about being human. Abatrender. That's a screenshot. Humans are not allowed to marry Lilum. What? Monkeys then? That's... We have much to discuss, do you? Look at these dogs. Why did you have to put it as cognitive abilities of 7-year-olds? Oh, well, it's true. And, you know, like, they're dogs, they're not that smart on the grand scale of things. I've been serving them booze, and now you've made it weird. Hello, my son. It was said as a joke, but I remember someone once said that cats are only slightly smarter than babies. And they were mostly joking, but it is kind of true. Whoops. I need to mute anyway, hang on. I now have to sit up because a fucking shadow has just decided to place himself on the box that gives him enough height to block the screen. Thank you, my son. Oh, that's not... Jill. Why is he irregular? They irregular. I forgot how brutal Betty is. She's murdering this man over and over. Deal. I mean, does he want to bang anything? I know, like, they can, but I wonder if like his model can or even want to. Hang on. My son, please stop attacking that bag. You want that now? Yes? Yeah, you want that now. Alright. There. Oop. He took like 3 steps and then suddenly bounced because something like he felt a breeze. Oh, the mind wandered. Why is it capital J? Betty. Strength, I suppose. That's a strange hard cap. Logical enough. I've not really heard the thing of biting your own lip while eating. Like, I feel like that's a special kind of stupid. Sorry if one of you has in chat, but I haven't, so I'm kind of like, what? Oh, touchy subject, huh? I feel like you should cut her off, maybe, but... Thank you, Deal. You're not my dad. I have bitten the inside of my mouth several times, says Hammer, and then goes, it's so painful. It hurts like a bitch, happens when you least expect it, makes further eating annoying as heck for a day or so. Jesus. What the hell of a bite then? phrasing it as just retaliation. But yeah, no, I haven't, like, at least while eating, I haven't bit in something. Usually I've only done that as I'm already, like fucking about, and I'm just going, like, "Arr," on the side of my cheek or something. And if I accidentally, like, slip and then clip something, it's like, "Arr, why?" But now while eating. Maybe it's the forehead. For the skeletons, apparently none of them were related to one another. They also came from completely different areas. One from Southeast Asia, 23 came from all around India and died between the 7th and 10th century. 14 came from the Mediterranean Sea, thousands of kilometers away, and died between the 17th and 20th century. Fucking hell, that's the sort of thing you write like a whole mystery story around. Oh, Wyvern Lover. Another one. That's intriguing. Maybe really, I don't know. For some of them, like, the one person came from Southeast Asia, that feels like a got lost thing. 14 people came from the Mediterranean Sea. I guess that could also be a lost thing, I don't know. Like, I feel like that feels like an expedition sort of thing, but if they died between the 17th and 20th and all came from different times, then no. 23 came from all around India and from those, that could... Maybe that's like a folklore religion thing for a specific... If it's all around India, then probably not. It's fun to speculate about, actually. Morbid as that song, and you're kind of like, how did you all end up there from all over the place? What compelled... I guess, like, exploration, I would assume, of some sort would, compel you to go up there. Bars, not. Rip. Oh, the day 3 hands there. That's nasty. It's a hell of a line to end the demo. That's the prologue done. Took a bit longer than it probably should have because I kept playing with the cat, but you know, trying to make him happier considering he's getting left alone too much. Alright then. I don't have anything to load, right? It didn't make a save, did it? Give me a sec. Actually, wait, I want to check something. Give me a sec. Alright. Also, as a load screen, this is adorable. Look at this. So yeah, it didn't make a prologue CFL, alright. That's Jill, that's Stella, that's Dorothy. Who's that? Play the Anna bit first. Alright. There is a pilgrim's way for the goddess Nanda Devi near the lake, which would explain to people from India. Oh yeah, that would... Okay, that's fine. That's them sorted. Mediterranean people, probably like expeditions or explorers or some shit. Oh, this is just straight up called demo. This is set the day after, I think. Okay, this is like a second demo or something. Ugh. I like there was a pause for that. Daydreaming. Where's my thing going? Oh, sec. The hell did I put that? Ah, there it is. Weird. Ah. That's, Oh. Come again? Oh dear. He went the other way. Jesus. I guess you've seen some shit, just pass that one over. Kid. Dana? Dana? Okay, Carmartine free, okay. You have some standards. You have to specify underage when talking about a kid. Boss, I've seen some things. What treat was that? Why wouldn't you correct that mistake or problem? It's not actually a hat. Okay. Hello. I suspect by the name and her appearance, I have an idea of who this is. Haha. You got ID? I guess that's ID? Deja vu. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush Karma Train? Optional Karma Train. That's not then. Nope. Covering my own ass. Well, doesn't mean you're old enough to drink. Damn. She's right though. Yep. Anna Graham, there she is. She makes for a good fairy from like Echelon 2. $20.50 hash. Anagram. Just read the wiki article about the Rubicon Lake. Apparently the amount of skeletons has been decreasing over the years because tourists like to take large amounts of bones with them. Who does that? Who goes somewhere and says, I guess I'll take the few skeletons back home. Never know when you might need them. I mean, you know, you see a skeleton, you're like, no one owns this skeleton. So, like, you know, it's cool. I'm just gonna, you know, take a femur back home, give it to my mom as a souvenir. You know, here's a bit of a wrist for dad, you know. What's with tourists and just wrecking shit for no reason? I don't know, people are just fucking stupid. They're just like, they just think you can just do whatever the fuck you want anywhere and it doesn't matter. Maybe it's tied to racism, I don't know. Probably. I don't know that you have the right, personally, but... Just Jill. You're pressing this point. I do know that the game didn't let me pick the songs. And now it's like suddenly changed tune when we hit to this part. And I wonder if that's intentional, because I don't remember what songs I picked and in what order. Joe. Joe. It's a holy night. Yeah, like, I think like some of the worst tourists in the world are usually like the English and Americans. I specify the English because like Scottish people, Welsh people, Northern Irish people, nowhere near as bad as the English are. And, you know, Americans are Americans. Like, the two together, maybe it's just something about English-speaking places, or places that just have high regard to themselves. They're just massive assholes wherever they go. My father always jokingly mispronounces tourists as terrorists. That's one I might try and steal. Probably can't make it work as well in English, but I'll fucking try it. I don't know if it's safe, but hey. I sort of get that though. Like a little nook you can just go in, hide in. Nostalgia, huh? English are well known to be terrible tourists outside of the UK, especially for football stuff. If it's like English people in football, like I'm sorry. Like, I shouldn't be saying sorry because I'm not English, but I'm sorry. Like, that is a blight no one should deal with. Figures. And they're just... I'm gonna live myself, I guess. Well, I guess that's one way of doing it. I mean, you were jumpy in one way, but Joe doesn't seem to want to acknowledge that. Something sweet. Let's go with Sparkle Star. I haven't done that yet, I don't think. Yeah, we'll put a bit of commentary in this time. Let's see how that goes. Enjoy. People always say Russians are the worst tourists, followed by English. Don't know about Russians, because, well, I haven't really seen any else. I mean, if I have, I haven't been able to tell. I've not been listening to them speak or anything, you know, just, they're white, they're just people. Really indistinguishable from the Irish, really. But, in here, usually the only way you can tell someone is, like, you know, like, generally fair odds of guessing someone is a tourist is basically like they're not just another pasty piece of shit. But I haven't really heard about like Russians. The one I always hear people complain about is like, oh, like Chinese people are terrible, but yeah, I haven't had any. I haven't seen any particular horror stories or any direct terror myself in that sense. The most I'd say is like groups of Chinese tourists can sometimes be a bit annoying to walk around, but like, oh well. Whereas, you know, English tourists are just cunts, just in general. Italians are usually low, the English are always drunk and annoying when they're on vacation, and Russian tourists are a combination of both. I feel like English people are also, like, maybe it's more of like if football. If football's on, they're also fucking loud, but I guess they're probably not like as loud as some of the worst then. Which is a horrifying thought when I think about it. I would make for a weird ass bartender. That would be cosmic. You're vegan, but you run like a hard barbecue restaurant where you only serve meat, not even like vegetables as like flavoring or sides or anything. Valid. Like working in dentistry. That's... What would you like about working in dentistry? That's a sly look she's given. That's a curious thing to notice. Never really heard anything bad about Chinese tourists, and I've also never had any bad experiences with them. I can personally test for Italians, English, and Russians. The one I heard about, like, admittedly, this is only, I haven't noticed or witnessed or anything as myself. I've only heard people claim this is like, what was it, like Chinese tourists in like restaurants can be wasteful where they'll order lots of food but not eat all of it or something. And apparently that was enough of a trend for like some restaurants to claim it. But I wonder about that. It's kind of like, you know, I wonder if that's really the case, or if it's like you just didn't like serving a group of Chinese people, or you're just secretly biased or whatever the fuck. Beyond that, like, I've only really heard like, oh, like they're fucking like nuisances that like get around in public, and they're fucking. Oh, just the usual complaints like loud or leave rubbish or whatever. I've seen a lot of Chinese and Japanese tourists around here. She really wants the name said. Never seen anything bad from him. She was getting weird about this. Oh, yeah, Nana. Jill, this is not a glasses problem. But you're seeing, you just directly acknowledge you saw her glitch out. This is not a glasses problem. Fuzzy. Her friend who stayed in Japan for over a year, and he said that the Chinese he met there were kind of annoying. Fair enough. I guess it's like, maybe it's the who you get or where you go, maybe. Creepy. Your mom? I don't know if the gap between you and them disappears. I know lots of cunts names, but I will never see them. The gap between us is massive. And it's better off that way, and sometimes. Arm. I guess she's missing an arm. Can't quite tell from here. They're nice but bad people everywhere you go. Yeah. Really? Jill the Unflappable. Unless it's talking dogs. Pride of the tail. Huh. Alright. A cat boomer. Teenage nanomachine rejection. Jesus. A handful of toes. Ah. How long are you planning on streaming today? What time are we on? I might even end it like after this bit ends, because that'll neatly wrap up all of our prologue stuff, and because it's getting near 11 and all that. But yeah, that sounds about right. Admittedly, like, it's only, we haven't got to the main game kind of purely because I took too long on like day one and all that, just farting them out with a cat and trying to keep him entertained. Not that that's a problem, I would argue, but also there was the interruption there with the printer and the other shit. My stump. Classy. I mean, have you seen the place? This is really not really a classy place, I would argue. Let's make Jill giggle. On the rocks and just mixed. Just drink it. Do you need to be quarantined if you have nanomachine rejection? I guess maybe, like, from other people so you don't catch the diseases, actually. Nanomachine particles in the air. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Dizzy. What the hell? Let's get Jill, the biggest, nastiest one. Piano Man, PL1. Okay. What am I doing? I'm hitting the wrong shoulder buttons entirely. Alright, Piano Man. Shit. Didn't hold the stick correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 on the rocks. Next, Piano Man. Over here, we should have Piano Woman. 5 of these, 5 of these. Ears mixed. Well, they do look similar at least. There's text in there. And sad. Yeah, at least you don't want that long. No, that's probably not good. Whoops. Well. I imagine this isn't the first for Jill. I imagine when you're a bartender, you kind of hear stuff like this a lot, especially when you're as chatty with them as she is. I mean, given the whole glitch thing, I'm kind of wondering what the meaning of this is. That's just how that goes. So happy about Knights of Honor 2. It's not just a sequel to one of my favorite games of all time. Knights of Honor is also a fairly unique type of grand strategy. There's no other game that scratches quite the same itch. There's no other sequel to one of my favorite games that can make me this excited. I'm glad for you, Emily. So, like, what is the unique twist of Knights of Honor then? I mean, you say that, Jill, but you know, like Hitler existed, you know? She's talking about like on a personal, like regular person level. I know, but still. I guess a bit of, speaking from a bit of personal experience, you do remember the happy moments a lot, but like you do kind of remember the bad ones as well. It's not that easy. I mean, if you didn't have any regrets, like. Fair. Also true. It's a really good message, Jill. It's a really good message. Somehow. Pay your tab. Ah. What? Well. You have one that talks to yourself already? Well, that would explain the glitching. Ghosts. Ghosts and Cyberpunk is actually a curious mix. I don't think I've seen all that much. I kind of knew that from like Girls Frontline, and I kind of wonder how that ties into things though. And now for the actual game. Well, you might hate me for this. I think the actual game may have to wait for next time. Because we're like at the border of 11, so at most I'd only be able to go for like another half hour. For however long that goes. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to save and pause in the middle of it. If you know what I mean. I don't want to like jump into a starting sequence and be stuck there. When's next stream? What day are we? Thursday. Friday I'm doing something. So Saturday night we'll have an hour stream. I'm going to a friend's on Saturday to play like board games, so I'll probably not be until like 8 or 9. But it's Saturday, so I can just fucking go to like 1 or 2 and we'll have like, 3, 4, 5 hour streams. It's the usual length anyway. We'll see how it goes. Like something like that. One last stream before you bugger off. And then you'll just have to be VOD time for a week. I mean, you'll be back in time for Astral Chain then. Enjoy your holiday. Well, I should say that when you're actually gonna leave. But first, enjoy your holiday. Knights of Honor is a unique mix between a fairly casual real-time strategy and the usually super complex grand strategy. I also like how it doesn't pretend to be deeper than it actually is, especially compared to Crusader Kings 2. It's probably the easiest grand strategy game to get into for new players. Just because there are no convoluted menus while still having a decent amount of depth. You know, when you put it like that, I'm kind of like, you know, I should probably give that a look in then. It's like, my grand strategy, like, plays are, like, fairly limited, like, yeah, partly because, like, the complexity is kind of like, well, I'm about to fuck everything up and die. So if it's, like, an easier one, that's probably a good one to get a finding with. You did get Dragon Quest 2 on phone for said week. Sick. You have a tale or two to tell when you come back. Where is Hammer going? He's setting off on a pilgrimage. Spain. he's to go find. He's going to the family. I don't know what he's going to find. I just started that and didn't have a follow up. Jill here looks like almost like a bit of artwork you'd see in one of those fucking lo-fi hip hop beats for studying videos. There probably is one that uses VA-11 art, honestly. Valhalla art. Yes, that will do us nicely. So that's all our prologue preamble done. So next time we get into VA-11 proper. Let's hear where this story unfolds, but that will be on Saturday night. Yeah, thanks for coming out, all. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Saturday night we'll continue with this. We'll get into the game proper. I'm glad this stream is. I didn't need to fuck about it and need to like fix a dying stream again. It just kind of solved itself after I fucked with the writer a bit more. So yeah, see you then. Mama's been to Palma de Mallorca 2 or 3 times. Oh, is that my cat? That is my cat. Right, well, anyway. See yous.